Success and happiness. And my bigger philosophical question is, what is the relationship between success and happiness? Success is defined in the dictionary as the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. Basically, it means achieving a goal. However, society has created the stigma that success means having a lot of wealth, status, fame, power, as well as owning a lot of materialistic things like, for example, fancy cars or big houses. And in fact, a study was done in which millennials were asked what is a goal they have to be successful, and over 80% said to be rich, and another 50% said to be famous. This is because society, especially the younger generations through social media, has made it seem like if you are not making millions and living a lavish lifestyle, then you are not deemed successful, but rather a failure. In addition, society has created the illusion that success leads to happiness. And because of this, people often assume that those who are extremely wealthy and considered to be successful by societal standards live extremely pleasant and happy lives because they have everything they ever wanted. However, this is not the case at all, as proven in this video that will play, which displays multiple celebrities who have access to all the resources and money in the world, yet they are still unhappy.
When people say, oh, I want to be like you, I want to be an actor, I want to look like you, the question I always ask them is why? Like, really, why? And people, and especially America, this idea of fame, that to be famous means that you're successful, that you're happy.
When How I Met Your Mother first went on the air, I ran into an actress that I knew, and she said, "Are you just like so happy all the time?" And I remember thinking, does she really think that when CBS picked up the show, it left me with an inability to feel anything other than unbridled joy? But the joke was on me because I kind of thought it would.
Why am I unhappy? Okay, Stephanie Gaga hybrid person. Why are you unhappy?
I was a millionaire. I had beautiful women in my life. I had cars, a house, an incredible, solid gold career, and a future. And yet, on a daily basis, I wanted to commit suicide.
When those things came, the happiness wasn't there, and I realized why that was. There was such an attempt to achieve these things and to keep going that you lose sight of the people and the blessings that you have around you.
And when you have all this stuff, it doesn't mean you're happy.
A lot of people think getting famous will save you, that it will grant you the life you feel you're owed and spare you certain indignities. I was pretty bummed to realize that rather than lessening or eliminating my insecurities and least attractive qualities, it basically poured fertilizer on them.
Has your happiness risen at the same amount as your bank account?
No. That's the thing. They don't
equate, or they're not tied in any way.
They're not tied to each other. Wow. I mean, it allows you freedom and allows you to go places where you can smile and look at the sunset and things like that. That's what you choose to do and you enjoy to do. But there are a lot of people with tons of money who are unhappy.
We are told that if we're beautiful, if we're skinny, if we're successful, famous, if we fit in, if everyone loves us, that we'll be happy. But that's not entirely true.
So why is this the case? Why are these people who are so successful, which is what society deems will make one live a happy life, unhappy? This question was answered by a study that started right in Boston. In a 79-year-strong study known as the Harvard Study of Adult Development, a group of poor boys from Boston were studied as well as a group of men who were sophomores at Harvard. Each year, participants were asked to describe how they were feeling about aspects of their lives. What the researchers found based on their findings was that money, fame, power, and success does not keep people happier, but rather the quality of one's relationships and experiences with the people around us. The reason these successful celebrities, as shown in the video, are not happy is because although they have so much money, wealth, power, and expensive things, they often feel lonely and unhappy due to not having quality relationships with the people around them. The success and money can allow celebrities to feel a temporary sense of happiness, but it wears off because humans are constantly on a pursuit of happiness. and material things can only make one happy for so long. The happiness slowly fades, and these celebrities' feelings of negativity and loneliness returns. So, all this talk about happiness. What is happiness? According to Psychology Today, happiness is a feeling people experience, and when one is happy, that means they are in a positive emotional state. Everyone has experienced being happy at least once in their lifetime, and everyone has different things that make them happy. Whether it be playing sports, listening to music, reading books, or being with friends, there are many ways to become happy. Moreover, it has been psychologically suggested that success does not lead to happiness, but rather happiness can lead to more success. According to Sean Anker, a researcher for positive psychology, 75% of job successes are predicted by optimism levels, and that when people's brains are in a happier state, they are 31% more productive and successful. Basically, he is saying that when a person perceives life through a happy lens and their obstacles around them in a positive way, that they will find more success. Furthermore, despite the evidence that suggests success does not lead to happiness, sometimes this is not the case. People can achieve happiness from personal successes and goals. Happiness can be found when one is successful in accomplishing their own personal goals, whether that be something small or something big. Successes, usually ones that do not involve money or fame or status, can lead to people being happy. For example, in this video I'm going to play, different people describe different ways they would consider themselves being successful. While some of the ways they include of being successful are parallel to society's ideals of success, most of them include people achieving a personal goal on their own distinct paths.
I define success as
Oh my gosh, you have challenged me right there.
I define okay.
I guess
I don't know. Success means motivation, passion, determination, going to Disneyland, just kicking down fear and doing what I have to do to survive.
I define success by the amount of likes I receive on Instagram.
I guess how I would define it would be the smiles that I see on my wife and kids' face each and every day I come home. That lets me know what I'm doing is worthwhile and to keep going.
I would describe it in one word: sincerity.
Achieve the goals that you set for yourself. I started my Instagram account back in 2012. At that time, I had just lost my job, and it was one of those rare moments when I felt like I had time to really think about what I wanted to do with my life. I fell in love with Instagram. Now I do that as my job.
I want to go back to law school to help change laws and also to improve society and the world understanding of people in general, especially those who are deaf and hard of hearing. I've thought about going back to school, even online, because I don't think I could sit in a classroom with youngsters. They probably call me grandma. But
actually had a child at 22. I never really had time to go back to school, but he turned 5 and I went back and I got my high school diploma at 27.
One of the goals I set for myself many years ago was to have a happy family, and I think I've been successful in that.
My first love is, besides my wife, is music. I feel like I just have a lot to say to the world.
I want to be the #1 Instagrammer in the world.
Waking up with the complete biggest smile on your face, knowing that you're going to make it.
I would tell people to follow their gut.
It's never too late to do anything.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
To embrace others for who they are.
I think we all deep down know what we want to do in this world.
And don't be afraid to be you.
This video shows that sometimes success can lead to happiness. Just usually the success people find are from personal goals. It is not the success that has to do with money or fame. People are simply being successful in completing their goals they created within themselves, whether it is something simple or complex.